Freedom ain't free, that's my conclusion. Doesn't come cheap, what's the solution? Won't find it at the bottom of the barrel. Gone is today, but there's tomorrow. Free or a freedman, was your freedom given to you? If freedom was given to you, freedom can be taken away. Free or a freed woman, was your freedom given to you? If freedom was given to you, freedom can be taken away.
Thank you. I've been going to the TUC Black Workers Conference for a decade, and in some ways it's quite sad to think, because some of the motions that I saw on the agenda, they've been on the agenda in different forms for decades. And what was more worrying is that some of the motions that are on there tells me that apart from making progression, we've actually lost a lot. The theme is putting race back on the agenda, and that came from the fact that this coalition government doesn't want to talk about race. When it talks about race relations, when it talks about race equalities, it talks about community cohesion. Yeah, and when you go down that community cohesion line, well, they're not talking about race equality at all. Most of the time, they're talking about the policing of black people, the control of black people. They're talking about assimilation. Yeah, and that's a completely different agenda. Do I think that race has been put back on the agenda? As I said, with this conference, the theme is very good. I think it's good in terms of it's actually focused the minds of the black workers in the unions, but we're just a small part. Most of the unions are run by white executives, and at the end of the day, they're the ones that have the power to actually say, what are we going to do about race equality? The question is, what are they going to do about race equality? Good afternoon, Conference Chair. Lorna Campbell on behalf of the Race Committee. You've already heard from Marcia this afternoon, and I thank all those delegates who came to the workshop yesterday. One of the things I'm asking all the unions to do, that the Race Committee would like you to do, is actually adopt a family. That way, you can support them, basically, invite them to meetings, give them that moral support, because in PCS we have a campaign called Justice for Jay. And I know from supporting the Abertown family, they found it invaluable, particularly when times were rough. We've also got a little form for people to fill in, basically, if they want to get involved with United Families and Friends. If you can come and see me afterwards and come put your names down on that. I always describe our presence over here as running a relay, where you've got our white counterparts that access white privilege, and they're running in comfortable trainers. They're passing the baton, and that's the race that they're able to run. But we're in the same race, and we're running with trainers, but the spikes are they're turned up into our soles, yeah, and we're passing on a barbed wire baton. That needs to stop. But that starts with us realising what we have, what we need to do, and us working together in order to bequeath something. It's really important that we actually stop what we're doing, look at our situation, decide what we want to do and go for it, because it just seems like we're existing as opposed to living, and all of that starts with us.
Okay, colleagues, thank you so much. Welcome to the second day of the meeting. First of all, can I call paragraph 4, overseas students, and we have a response from Gagi?
No, Dotton.